I was an unknown. I was the oldest in the team. Not being able to speak Japanese, I was laughed at for wanting to play for Japan.
The captain, Soichima.
My whole life changed when I went international.
Kamei Soichima, the old statesman in this Japanese side.
Rugby was my passport to the world. Basically, typical Fijian kid growing up in Fiji. Started playing rugby, just playing around the house. My father was my coach, my first coach, and all my cousins, they all play rugby. And he said, why don't you really concentrate on playing rugby because you're good. But I didn't really play rugby until 17. I'll probably say I didn't have confidence in myself that I can make it. Mom passed on when I was still last year in primary school. It was pretty hard, honestly speaking, because you can say I'm a mommy's boy, because everything was mom. I went out of my way, like not supposed to be doing what I was supposed to do. Yeah, but growing up, you know, every time when I talk about this, I kind of get emotional. When I think about the things that I've done growing up, she wouldn't be proud of, and I think I owe it to her to prove it to her that I can change. Losing her, like, kind of made me realize, like, I have to do something by myself, and I think that's how I started believing in myself. Got tournaments, like in Fiji, like mini World Series tournaments, like almost every week. Just happened to have a tournament where my wife was working.
JICA ボランティアで、理学療法士としてボランティア活動をしていました。物静かでシャイ。
After she left Fiji, we kept in touch, and she asked me if I want to come to Japan. I was like, "Are you serious?" Yeah, I'd love to come to Japan.
彼といたら全て毎日が新鮮というかフレッシュというか、そういう感覚がきっと一番大好きなんだと思います。はい、一緒にいて。
We were just keeping it as a secret. Then her mom said, "You should tell your dad about it." Oh, for that afternoon I couldn't come out, I couldn't face him because I was afraid what he's gonna do. Before I returned after staying for 2 months, we talked about how serious was it, are we gonna get married? So we both decided we're gonna get married. I worked in construction for 7 years. My father-in-law, one of his friends, he owns a construction company here in Saga.
仕事がないからうちでどうかなということを言われてもぜひお願いしますということで、来てもらって、やっぱりラグビーしてるというかですね、やっぱり力が強いからですね、やっぱり日本人の3倍ぐらいの重いものを持って車に乗せたりして言うことがいいんですよね。重いって、何が重いかって言ってたんですけどね、本当力はやっぱりちょっとすごかったですね。
While I was working doing construction, we were also looking for a rugby club I can join. So that's how I got introduced into Genkai Tangaro.
普段はとてもフランクで楽しいんですけど、ラグビーになると本当にストイックで練習も真剣にやりますし、練習が終わっても個人で練習しますし、とてもそれ見習うところがたくさんありました。
My wife's father just happened to ask me, like, what do you want to do? And I told him I want to play for Japan.
最初はいや正直無理だろうなっていう。
Trying to play for Japan team, it was a little bit difficult Some of my friends, they told me that it's impossible because road construction worker. I have to work extra hard to prove myself. If you really want to play for Japan, and one way of doing it, to make things easy, is to change your passport. I've changed my passport. I become a Japanese. Gave me a chance to come and trials for the Japan National Sevens team. They thought I was good and they asked me to come again. Rugby was my passport to the world.
The game was clear and his skill set was obvious, and playing sevens for Japan was just a no-brainer.
日本代表への思いがすごく強くて、でそれが練習態度だったりに出ていたので、言葉の壁だったり、今まで所属してたチームがないとかっていうのは全く問題なくチームに溶け込んだのではないかなと思ってます。
So Ujima gets the ball back and he'll get the first try too.
After making my debut in Dubai and Cape Town, back then I was still working as a road construction company, and I was also playing for Tangaroa. They asked me if I can play for the team, and I agreed. My wife thought it was not a good idea since I just made my debut, but I kind of went and joined them. We played and I got injured. I tore my ACL and the meniscus. I thought that was the end of it. All the work that I've been doing to play for Japan, not making the squad for the Olympic qualifier. I really wanted to be part of it. Pretty depressed, knowing how long it's going to take for me to do rehabilitation. I almost gave up. It's a good thing my wife encouraged me.
ちゃんと次のことを決めてるんだったら、やめてもいいんじゃないかなと思うんですけど、悔しいとかもうダメなんじゃないかっていうその部分だけを取ってやめるっていうことを言ってるなっていうふうに多分違うんだろうなって、今じゃないんだろうなっていうのを思いながら、やめてどうすんのって。
Fourth son, he was born, and my wife said we're gonna name him Rio after the Rio Olympics. That was the reason why I worked hard, started doing extras, training more. I run 3 times in a week and then go to the gym at least twice after work. That road made me an Olympian. And as they announced the name, and my name was in it, I think I bawled my eyes out in front of everyone. Pretty emotional.
オリンピック初戦のニュージーランド戦でもトライしてくれましたし、ボール持ったら何かしてくれる選手というところで信頼はすごく置かれていました。
We managed to beat New Zealand in the first game. Japan reaching the top 4. It's quite an achievement in itself. Pretty proud and emotional. When they say that we're gonna move the Olympics to 2021 because of COVID, same thing I think happened, almost quit, but because I have to prove to my daughter and work hard so that when she grows up, knowing that I became an Olympian. With that in mind, I think it's pretty special.
Kameli Sorojima, the old statesman in this Japanese side.
I was the oldest in the team.
38っていう今年なんで、ここからは多分もうあとは自分との戦いかなと思ってて、もうちょっと頑張ろうとか、まだ必要とされてるんだっていうことがあるんだったら、それは自分なりに頑張るんじゃないですかね。
Kameli, he's definitely got the X factor, considering his age, and to still be doing what he's doing now, it's credit to him for being a real professional. It's really inspiring for the guys coming through.
Most of those Japanese boys, they, how do I say it, like make fun, or ijiwaru we call it in Japanese.
Sorojima, if you're good enough, doesn't matter how old you are.
Stop saying my age. Stop telling everyone my age. I know I'm the oldest, but I still play.